a little segment here that we're going to call You May Fold Under Questioning, an homage to Goodfellas when Henry Hill doesn't quite realize that Tommy DeVito is messing with him. And Tommy says, Henry, I worry about you. You may fold under questioning. Here is Zac Taylor not folding under questioning when he is asked again about Joe Burrow's calf injury and when he might be back.
Timeline still the same as it has been, or is there an update on what you expect from him?
Well, I mean, the timeline is several weeks from when I said several weeks, so we'll let that play out. I mean, I said it'll be several weeks from when I said it would be several weeks.
Okay, so it'll be several weeks from when you said several weeks. What is it from now? How about that? Because you said several weeks 2 weeks ago. So what is it now, Coach? And comments like that, and he says it with a little bit of a wry smile. I get it. He's a funny guy. Funny how? Do I amuse you? But it does create concern. And it makes me think Jamar Chase, when he was recently throwing around the idea of Joe Burrow coming back after week 5, maybe he has heard something. Because if you're not going to tell us what his current status is, and you have no obligation to do so under the rules, but if you don't, we're going to say something's going on here.
Yeah.
This may not be a pizza party.
Yeah, right. Zac Taylor had a little grin, but also had a little, annoyed look on his face too. It wasn't just like, a grin, and that was one where you look at it and go, yeah, there's something there to it. And listen, this ain't my first rodeo. I'm not saying I know everything in football, but the term several weeks does not get thrown around very much in football. Several weeks? I would like to go back. I mean, you can look at coaches forever. That's not a thing. That was the first inkling that had me concerned last week. It's rare. 2 to 3 weeks, 4 to 6 weeks. They're not sure if it's going to be 4 or 8 weeks. They don't know right now. And I think that's why Jamar Chase is saying that. And I think they're, without telling you, the injury is somewhat significant there. And start of the season, I'm concerned already. I'm not sure he's going to be there, and we'll see where this goes.
You're right, though. We hear day to day. We hear week to week. And if it's ever several weeks in the season, what happens is he goes on injured reserve because now you can claw guys back, certain number of guys. It changes every damn year. I need a refresher at some point on what the rules are this year. But he'd be on IR by now, and we'd be waiting for him to come off of it. Yeah, you don't say several weeks. And when you compound that with the timeline is several weeks from when I said several weeks, you're just encouraging people to say something is fishy here.
Agreed.
And this is going to be Trevor Siemian at Cleveland week 1.
I'm going to be interested to see where it goes. Like I said, I think that's cryptic language, right? The AFC North, we've talked about that. The AFC in general, I don't care who you are. You lose a few games early in the year, you could be in big, big trouble. You're going to have to go on some sort of run at the end of the year to get back in the 1, 2, 3 seed type picture there. So we'll see where this goes. But, if I'm a Bengals fan right now, I'm definitely a little concerned about the status of Joe Burrow early in the season.
Only other explanation would be, possibly, it's not that bad of an injury. Burrow said, I'm not setting foot on the practice field until I get my contract, so it's up to you when I come back. And if you want to take several weeks to give me my contract, go ahead and take several weeks. That would be the only other explanation, but I think it's more that he's injured to a greater extent than they're willing to admit. Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.